What's going on, guys? STG. As you guys can see here, I got some silver and gold. So let me explain how I came upon these items. So, my normal Saturday flea market, I always go to the bank and then I go to the flea market. So I had a feeling I was going to need a lot of money. I took out a lot again. And as I got to the flea market, guys, I saw he had his usual stand there, and it was full of gold, guys. He had a lot of these little gold coins lined up, and he probably had about at least a dozen of them, maybe more. And that was the first thing I saw. He was kind of busy. He also did bring his vintage silver bars. He had some interesting silver bars, and some guy actually took three of them. It was a set of three very interesting silver bars I had never seen before. So I waited patiently, and he saw me. He knows me. I'm probably his best customer. And he's like, "So what do you want?" I said, "I want the gold." He takes out the gold coins, puts it in my hand. He's like, "You could pick whichever one you want." And I was looking through them, so I picked out these guys. Check it out. They are all the same. I saw the coin and I knew exactly what that was. This is the 5 Russian ruble. This coin was made from 1897 until 1911. So this is actually the first year. So we have the double crowned eagle, imperial eagle, and on the back we have Tsar Nicholas. And let me give you a little info about the coin, if it would focus. This is 18 millimeters in diameter. It is approximately 0.1245 troy ounces of gold. And I gave you the production run. So, beautiful little gold coin. He had tons of these guys. Most of them were in BU. Some of them had some condition issues. I did get one with a little rim ding. So I got 1897, 98, and I think 299s. I actually do have a 99 already, unfortunately. Not in as good condition. Believe these are in BU condition, just really beautiful. I have one probably in just average circulated condition. And I'm really happy I got them, especially since the price of gold's been going up. So I'm glad I got them at a really great price, guys. I was really sorry I couldn't afford the silver, the vintage. I even had to go to the bank again and take out a little more money. I had a budget. I didn't want to spend too much. I said I'm going to get the silver next weekend. And I'm hoping this weekend, guys, that he has the vintage silver. And maybe I'll pick up one more of these little Russian 5 rubles, which is really awesome. Really low premium over spot. These have a very high premium, so I'm very glad he gave me an amazing deal on them. And I couldn't be happier picking up almost half an ounce of gold. So guys, that leads me to these other 2 pieces of silver. I was on a forum and someone was listing them, and I said, "Hey, let me check it out, see if he'll work with me a little bit." Someone who I've done deals with before, and he gave me a little bit of a discount on the Bash silver bar. So let me go over this first here, guys. This is the 5-ounce Libertad. Beautiful coin, 2019. And I don't have this year, so that's why I picked it up. Believe it's a pretty high production year. It's the second or third highest. I think they made somewhere in the neighborhood of 20,000 of these that year. Nonetheless, overall, it's still quite rare. And I got a fairly decent deal on this. So I was really happy adding another 5-ounce Libertad to my stack. I love these coins. I've been getting a lot of these this year and last year, the 5-ounce and the 2-ounce ones. I'm really happy to add that to my stack. That's one modern silver coin that I do not mind picking up more of. It's just a beautiful design and relatively low mintage. So guys, this bar I saved. For me, this is the best for last. Yes, that's right. Well, maybe it's a tie there, but I have been wanting this bar for a long time. Now there's some, I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. There's a lot of confusion. Some say Batch, some say Bosch. So I'm just gonna go with Bosch because that's what I heard online, how it's pronounced. So these Bosch bars have a really interesting history. So back in 1979, the Bosch and Company were trying to fend off a takeover by the Belzberg family. So they ended up basically getting in bed with the Hunt brothers, which most of you know what happened with them. So basically in the early 80s, they ran up the price of silver. Well, actually, I think it was in 1979 to more than $50 an ounce. And on January 20th, 1980, the Commodity Exchange basically forbid the Hunt brothers from putting in new orders for silver futures except to liquidate their existing positions. So by March 27th, 1980, some call Silver Thursday, Bash basically issued a $100 million margin call. I forgot to mention that they basically lent them $250 million, so $250 million. So they wanted some of their money back, and the Hunt brothers couldn't pay, so they basically had to liquidate all their silver that they had, and even Bash had to dump some of their silver, depressing the price further. The price went back down to $11 an ounce for silver. And then outside speculators started dumping their holdings as well. So there was a panic in the commodities and futures markets. And basically what happened was a consortium of U.S. banks provided $1.1 billion line of credit to the Hunt brothers, which basically allowed them to pay Bash. And Bash survived. However, the Hunt brothers sold their Bash stock to the Belzbergs, and their holdings reached about 14%. So in desperation, Bash actually sold out to Prudential. I know you guys probably have seen some of those Prudential Bash bars. And the Belzbergs actually made a nice $40 million profit out of that. So this has a very interesting history to it, this bar. I really like this little 5-ounce chunker. You don't really see these vertical stamped bars too often, in the US at least. So a really interesting history, and this is a bar that I have wanted since I started collecting vintage. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm hoping to do some really awesome pickups this weekend, and stay tuned for that. That's all for now. Please like, subscribe, and as always, stack that gold.